Right, greetings grade 9. So we are still moving on with geometry. Right, so now we are going to be looking at similar polygons. Remember we looked at congruent polygons. Now we want to look at similar polygons. So two polygons are similar if they have the same shape but not necessarily the same size. Remember in congruent polygons we said they have got the same shape and this equal size. But this one, we are looking at the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. Right. So, shape in similar polygons refers to having equal corresponding angles. And when we look at size, we refer to the sides. And remember, with similar shapes, they do not have equal corresponding sides. So there are two conditions for polygons to be similar. The first one is that the angles should be equal. So one condition is equal corresponding angles. The second condition is corresponding sides are proportional. So these are the conditions that satisfy similar polygons. Equal corresponding angles and corresponding sides are proportional. So you get 2 out of 2 there. Right, now let's look at an example. Let's look at an example. Let's say you are given two polygons. Polygon EFGH is an enlargement of polygon ABCD. The sides ABCD have been multiplied by a factor of 2. The two polygons are similar. So let's show what properties similar polygons have. So we are going to look at corresponding sides. You see that in terms of corresponding angles, first, let's look at corresponding angles, where we see that angle A is equals to angle E, both are 125 degrees. Angle B is equals to angle F, both are 85 degrees. Angle C is equals to angle G, both 60 degrees. Angle D is equals to angle H, both 90 degrees. And then we look at corresponding sides. So remember, with corresponding sides, they have to be proportional. So corresponding sides, we have got AB all over EF, which is equals to 20 millimeters divided by 40 millimeters, which reduces to a half. And then BC divided by FG also reduces to a half. And then the side CD all over GH, it also reduces to a half. And then we have got the last side AD all over EH also reduces to a half. So we can conclude in this case that AB all over EF is equals to BC all over FG, which is equals to CD all over GH, which is equals to AD all over EH, but all equal to a half. So now we can conclude that corresponding angles of the two polygons are equal. All the corresponding angles are equal, and the corresponding sides of the two polygons are proportional. So you can see all corresponding sides are proportional. Okay. Here you are given that polygon EFGH and ABCD are similar. So if they are similar, then they have to satisfy the two conditions, which is the corresponding angles should be equal and the corresponding sides should be proportional. Let's investigate. Right. So let's write down the corresponding angles first. Let's see. Corresponding angles, we can see angle A is equals to angle E, 90 degrees. Angle B should be equals to angle F, 90 degrees. Angle C should be equals to angle G, 90 degrees. Angle D should be equals to angle H, 90 degrees. Now let's look at the corresponding sides. Remember, corresponding sides must be proportional. So we've got EF all over AB, which is 30 millimeters divided by 60 millimeters, which gives us a half. Right. So basically, EF, right? EF is 60 millimeters divided by AB, which is 30 millimeters, which will be which is going to be equals to 2. And then we have EFG all over BC, which should be equals to 40 millimeters divided by 20, which is 2, and GH all over CD will be 60 millimeters divided by 30 millimeters, which will be equals to 2, and EH will be all over AD will be equals to 40 millimeters divided by 20 millimeters equals to 2. So we can see that EF all over AB is equals to FG all over BC, which is equals to GH all over CD, which is equals to EH all over AB, all are equal to 2. So here we can conclude, we can see that from the investigation, corresponding angles are equal and also corresponding sides are proportional, sorry. So you can see it satisfies, and after the investigation, they satisfy the two conditions of similarity. Can you see that? Now, let's look at something different. Right, in this case, we are given two polygons. We are given FGHIJ and ABCDE, and they say prove if they are similar. So remember, we have to investigate the two properties of similar polygons. First of all, let's look at the corresponding angles. Angle A is not equals to angle F. Angle B is not equals to angle F, angle G. Angle C is not equals to angle H, but angle D is equals to angle I. Angle E is equals to angle J. Let's look at the corresponding sides. Now you can see FG all over AB, it reduces to 2. And then GH, it reduces to 2 again. And then GHI all over CD, it reduces to 2 again. IJ all over DE, it reduces to 2 again. And then FJ all over AE, it also reduces to 2. So you can see that in terms of proportionality, all the sides are proportional, but the angles, the corresponding angles, are not equal. So which means one of the conditions is not satisfied. So they are not similar. So we have to write down our findings. Corresponding angles are not equal, right? So which means one condition is not met. And then corresponding sides are proportional. So since one condition is not satisfied, then we have to conclude that the two polygons are not similar because they do not satisfy both conditions for similarity. Can you see that? Let's move on to another problem which we have to look at now about similarity. So here we are given two polygons again, A, B, C, D, and E, F, G, and they want us to prove if they are similar. So we have to investigate the two conditions or properties of similar polygons. So let's look at corresponding angles. So we can see that angle A is equal to angle E. They are correspondingly equal. Angle B is equals to angle F, correspondingly equal. Angle C is equal to angle G, correspondingly equal. Angle D is equal to angle H. They are correspondingly equal. Now let's look at the corresponding sides. Remember, they have to be proportional. So let's look at EF all over AB will be equal to 60 millimeters divided by 20 millimeters, which gives you a 3. And then FG all over BC reduces to a 2. And then GH reduces to, GH all over CD reduces to 3. Right? And EH all over AD reduces to 2. So we can see here that the different ratios of the angles are not equal. So EF all over AB is not equals to FG all over BC, which is not equals to FGH all over CD, which is not equals to EH all over AD. So we can look at that, we can see that the first property, corresponding angles are equal, this condition is satisfied, but the corresponding sides are not proportional. So one of the conditions is not satisfied. So we can conclude that the two polygons are not similar. The two polygons are not similar. You see that? So now, just to practice to see if you have gotten the concept, please answer the quiz on Edmodo. Okay.